we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Detroit Lions. Here's a punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And we are underway from Ford Field. And they'll be set in good field position here as he gets it.
Motherfucker ran into some shit. He fucking got bounced backwards, fool.
40-yard line.
Well, as they say, if you drew it up, you couldn't have drawn it a whole lot better. That's exactly how you want to start the game. Excellent momentum off the opening kickoff.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. Powerful running. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Now it's Goff off the bootleg. Flush to his right. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. First run of the game for Jahmyr Gibbs, the Alabama product. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. On 2nd down, here's Goff. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And in for the Lions touchdown. Jared Goff to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And the Lions are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Xavier Gibson now from his end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This one finds Wilson downfield. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. On play action, now Rodgers.
What's that?
And a flag comes in as that one falls
Oh, yeah.
incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. And that's on big Mekhi Becton, 1st-round pick in 2020. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. That is incomplete.
They're such a talented team of defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Oh, shit.
They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Here's 3rd and 6. Now Rodgers. He dumps this one off here to Hall. He's across midfield. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And he'll let this go deep for Lazard.
Oh, shit.
And he's got it inside the 10. Big yardage that time for the Jets. And even 40 yards. Now Rodgers. They'll roll him out right.
That's a fucking fumble,
3
bro.
yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. They'll try to run with Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. action. Now it's Rodgers. He'll buy some time right.
Fuck yeah.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Jets respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2. They convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. Well, not content with a first-quarter lead, I guess. They're going to go onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Gone. Open man downfield is Reynolds. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now gone. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Off play action. Here's Goff. On the move, and he's going to go down again. Jermaine Johnson. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. Now Goff on 3rd and goal. Under pressure.
Fire that shit.
To him again. Sauce Gardner. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down. Badgley able to punch this one through, and they stake claim to the lead here. It's 10-8. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays. Eat up chunks of yardage and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right
No
side.
fucking way.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Yeah.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Cameron Sutton. And the Lions are going to get the football back at their own 17. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
He wants Reynolds way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Down the right sideline.
Damn.
And he'll be forced out of bounds on the other side of the field. 67 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football, as they've got it second down and 11. To throw is Goff. Rush coming, and he's taken down. So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
Oh, Goff, you cocksucker, you.
And the Jets will take over here just shy of the 30. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Rodgers now on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
He's going to let it go again. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10. Right at the 50-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
That took forever.
Out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one goes for 36 yards. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And they get to him quickly.
You knocking me around like that? What the hell's wrong with you?
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Now it's gone. He's got his running back out of the backfield. Touchdown.
Fucking too easy.
From 6 yards away. And the Lions are able to stretch out their lead. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time they were stopped on 4th down. Had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is, because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on 4th down. Do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they've got something for us? Or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves. Let's get back out there and move the ball again.
And is it different when you get stopped on 4th versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense, a little more confidence?
I think as a defense, you are so excited with a 4th down stop. Making them punt, that's your goal anyway. But a 4th down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Rodgers going to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 44-yard line. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And check down, complete to Hall. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Rodgers again now. They'll let this go for the end zone.
No. Whatever, dude. No fucking way.
35 yards. And the Jets have cut it back within a... Oh, and now they're going to fake it. This is caught out in the right flat.
Let me go ahead and show my age.
Unbelievable.
I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When they'd line up, go ahead and
unbelievable.
Fake it. He's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk
unbelievable.
It's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my line.
That's darn right.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. We haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go.
Oh, God.
As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Looking for right, and he finds it. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 36. Here's Goff. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
Well, their first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Shut up.
Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Lions had 6.
Before you speak, tell yourself to shut up.
In the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts, and still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Here's a throw.
Here we go with this bullshit.
Back right side. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Here's Rodgers. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Sutton. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 33.
See, it's much better when you shut up.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
Well, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there in the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Now a give running right is Montgomery. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but
Hey!
to get him behind the line. Goff on third down.
Snag it,
Taken
nigga.
in by his big tight end. Touchdown, Detroit. 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff. And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. That is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Trying to get something positive to happen.
Yeah.
Break and make sure
Fucking
they need it.
weakling.
They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. Incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. This time they stay on the ground.
That was questionable with 10 seconds left, but whatever.
A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaughan. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And here comes a return. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football.
You got fucking blasted, fool! He blasted it out of the end zone! I don't care, dude. That's fucking hilarious. I don't care who you are, dog. He's mad now. He's hella quiet now. He got blasted out the fucking end zone.
Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2.
I ain't never seen no shit like that.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it is really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets. 7. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
It's a well-designed play here. 3 wide receivers in the formation. They're all going to run deep routes to put pressure on the safeties. And then they let their tight end cut his route off a little shorter and work toward the middle of the field. That's a difficult route to try to defend.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Slant pass. He's got Reynolds. 2nd catch for him today. They're lined up a first down. First down. Here's the run with Montgomery. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Montgomery.
Dude was
I can just see your face
clowning
right now
this
because
kid.
I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Badgley on for the extra point. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. This is going to be returned for the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
I mean, they tried.
Trying to get
They
back
really
into the
did.
game. Teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
We really tried.
Taken down, sacked back at the 2. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third. Randall Cobb on the breakaway. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. To throw is Rodgers. He finds Wilson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Rodgers now on first down. They're able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Here's Rodgers to throw. And his throw's going to be
Sorry,
incomplete.
Mr. Lizard.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
I got lurking. Maybe up by 30 and he's still lurking.
32-yard line. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy?
Don't bring homeboy up like that. Why are you bringing your fucking bro up like this?
Touchdown, Detroit!
It's going to happen every time. You bring that dude up.
Touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
In
It's
order
not
to lead
smart.
in the game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
That's the only one.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto, and so the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. On first down, Rodgers. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
He got fucking...
That is an unforced error there, and it takes away
He got flipped upside down, dude.
And this is
He is not going to run that route again.
What else could go wrong? Let's get it all out of our system, please. This has been a sloppy game throughout. The execution has been lacking. A lot of mistakes, both mental and physical. And here's a big play that goes by the wayside.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 12-yard line. Rodgers to throw once more. Flushed out right. He dumps this one off here to Hall. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's second down. They rolled out of the pocket right, and I think he wanted a little something more out of that play. Obviously, instead he hit a safety valve.
It looked like two well-coached teams there, even though there was no yardage gain, because the offensive guys, hey, they realize they're
It's not even close to his lagging.
trying to get in his sight line, trying to open themselves up, just nowhere to go where they could gain yardage. How about the defensive guys that did not lose leverage and kept their poise and made a really nice play?
His pass is intercepted for a touchdown.
He got that with one hand. He got that with one hand going the other way.
They'll start at their own 7.
He just reached out. Inspector Gadget. Yeah.
And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They got the ball now.
God, this is just ridiculous, dude.
Now they'll start deep. There he goes, left side. Amon-Ra St. Brown racing to the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 93 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. So from back deep in their own territory, all the way into the end zone. Do you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
At this rate, it's going to be 30-0. 84
and this is a
to
blowout
14.
so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. And he'll find Hall into space at the 45. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And a penalty flag comes in as it winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And the Jets get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that? What was that?
They saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. And he wants Reynolds way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Throwing now is Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin.
Don't be jumping over my dude.
Pickup of 10 yards, and that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Escaping the pressure, and he can't find a receiver, and he's
break it in the chest, nigga.
7th play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. Now Rodgers.
Oh, Jesus, Lord Almighty.
5th interception.
What the
Chauncey
fuck,
Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense.
Man, I don't even know. He passed it right to him.
Charles, it's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Jets are retired. I don't want to see these motherfuckers for at least the fucking week.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. There he goes again. Garrett Wilson, touchdown Jets. Garrett Wilson, 82 yards. And the Jets are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Well, CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about or really grasp onto in this game. They've been dominated, but at least they get a late touchdown here, something positive to put on film for tomorrow's session.
Yeah, they're still trying to execute, trying to get some positives on the...
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down it goes. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
And they're going to speed things up here. Now Montgomery running right. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw, Goff.
Oh, you lucky.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Well, a nice throw here, right side. He holds it in. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. So from the 2, now they move back to the 7-yard line. First and goal. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on first and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This will use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
It's not a flag, it's a wrap is what that is.
Tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at triple zeros. But that one, like a lot of others,
I have none to spare, I'm sorry. Fresh out. In my timeouts, I decide when to use
Here's
them.
Morstead now as he sends this one away. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And still a little bit of time left, but the defense can't stop the clock. So 3 kneel down.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely a flag. That's definitely a flag.
There, but it's incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Throwing now. Goff.
Stop fucking flagging me.
Incomplete. But at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. Well, he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
Keep on trucking,
They probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. They'll run with Montgomery, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes, and that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And the touchdown apparently wasn't enough. They're going to go for the onside kick here. And the Jets have got it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics would tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. 2nd and 10. Rodgers going to throw. He'll let this go deep for Lazard. That is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's scooped up by the Lions. And the Lions are going to take over once again. 37-yard line. Fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Ford Field.